Welcome you students. In this video session, I have a question for you. A hexagonal plate of side 30 mm is resting on its corner on HP and the opposite corner on VP. The plate makes an angle of 60 degree with HP and 30 degree with VP. Draw its projection. What's the given data? About the object, try to tell me what is the object given. It's a hexagonal plate, right? Hexagon. It's a hexagon. And side it is given as 30 mm. And then how it is resting? Things about resting. It is resting on its corner on HP. Resting with corner on HP and the opposite corner on VP. Opposite corner on VP. Then the plate makes we are familiar nowadays. Plate in the sense, it's nothing but a surface inclination. Surface inclination, other name is a plane, lamina, then surface, then name itself, right? So here it is mentioned as a plate. So we know it's a surface. So they are talking about the surface inclination and it is inclined at 60 degree with HP. 60 degree inclined to HP and 30 degree inclined to where? VP. Surface inclination two data is available, 60 degree to HP and 30 degree to VP. Is there any data about edge or side inclination or special kind of inclinations? No, right? Okay, so these are the things have been given in the question. So for this condition, we are going to make the final front view and final top view. The object given for us is a hexagon. Okay. As far as the position concerned, how we have to place it? If you assume this is a horizontal plane, this hand is a horizontal plane, and if you assume this board as a vertical plane, how we need to keep the object? It is resting with a corner. So one of the corner I am going to take here, and it is inclined, surface is inclined to HP, so that I going to incline my object like this. So when you are inclining, one of the corners should rest on HP. So this is the condition. And next, it is given one of the corner is on HP and opposite corner on VP. Opposite corner is on VP. That means when you are doing the things position, so up to this, the surface inclination is satisfied, and in order to keep the opposite corner, that means if it is the resting corner on HP, the opposite corner is this. So what it is given? It should be rest on VP. Rest on VP. So if it is a plane, if it is a horizontal plane and if it is a vertical plane, the object is being kept something like this. Okay, one of these corner is on HP, one of the corner is on VP. So here the surface inclination I have taken as 60 degree. First I have taken the surface inclination as 60 degree to HP. So in this case, that means when you are keeping the object something like this, just like a ladder, naturally since the principal planes, vertical plane and horizontal plane is been kept at 90 degree, both the planes are 90 degree to each other. When you are keeping like this, naturally the second surface inclination 30 degree will be obtained here. So our plane is something like this. When you are drawing the 2D, when you are keeping the object something like this, the ladder. If you take the surface inclination with respect to HP 60 degree, naturally it forms 30 degree with VP when you are keeping something like this. So here, if you consider it the natural manner, we will get the 30 degree. Okay, so let's see how we are going to make the profile. So first Be ready with the reference line. So for that, take the horizontal line. So this X and this Y, and above the reference line VP and below it's HP as per the first angle projection. So we know we need to take 3 stages. First one is a simple position, and second one it's a surface inclination, and the third one it's edge or special kind of conditions, edge or special conditions. Okay, in the simple position, so I'm going to take this surface inclination 60 degree to HP. So first initial assumption in the simple position is just keeping parallel to where? Horizontal plane. So in the top view we could see the true shape, and in the front view we could see the straight line. So here the condition is a corner. So as far as this hexagon is concerned, 2 positions are possible. So like this I can keep my object as well. I can keep my object something like this. Here the condition given for us is a corner. So which is the right one while positioning on the HP plane? It's a corner. We used to keep the resting edge on the right side. Am I right? Right side. So here comes for the second condition, at the right which is placed the side, and here comes in the first condition the right side corner is placed. So which one is the right one? It's a corner. So you have to select the first position. Okay, so we are going with the first position here. First position, if it is a side, you would have selected the second case, right? So here it is the first position. So I just going to draw the hexagon on the HP plane, since it is kept parallel to parallel to HP. Okay, so for that initially you have to draw a horizontal line with the measurement of 30 mm side. So you have to take this line measurement 30 mm. In order to draw the hexagon, you need a center. Okay, so for that take your compass and measure 30 mm. Okay, just measure it, and by keeping at this end go for a cut, and then from opposite another end go for one more cut. Okay, something like this you will form the center. So this is a center for the polygon. So by keeping at this center, go for a circle, so that your circle will be forming. When you are keeping at this center, if you draw a circle, it will comes like this. So if it is like this, it will be forming like this. Okay, approximately you will get something like this. And next, from the end, just keep the same measurement 30 mm, and from this end go for a cut mark in the circle, and then from this end go for a cut mark, and from this cut at intersection point again you have a cut, from this end again you have a cut, so that if you connect all the intersection point on the circumference of the circle, you could able to obtain the hexagon. Okay, so you follow the procedure, you will get the good shape, right? So you follow the same procedure. So here comes the object will be like this manner. Okay, fine. So give the namings here. I'm going to take this as A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, and this is F. So here comes, this will be A, B, C, D, E, and this is F. Now front view. So for that, how to take the projectors from each points from the polygon. So E and C will comes in a same projector, D comes like this, and F and B comes in a same projector. So your line, projector line goes like this, and afterwards draw a horizontal line between the projectors. You get the front view observation. So this is the front view observer position. A, B, C, D will be visible, and F and E will be invisible. A, B, C, and D will be visible. You have to take as a dash one, and then E is an invisible one nearby C, make E, and F is invisible which is lying behind B, so nearby B you take the F inside the bracket. And then what is next? It's a surface inclination. For that, take a point on the XY line, and just by keeping your protractor measure 60 degree and go for an inclined line. Okay, so what I did is, initially the position is something like this. I can tilt my object 60 degree to HP. So in the front view you will get a straight line in an inclined manner. For that I have taken the inclined line. So this is with a 60 degree. This is with 60 degree. Okay, and when you are tilting the object, the D will be resting. The D will be resting on HP. So I am going to take this point as D1 dash. Afterwards, take the measurement of each points and just transfer it over the inclined line. You will get the front view. So I am taking the measurement D to A, go for a cut mark. So this is the exact measurement, go for a cut mark. Here you will get A1 dash. Take the measurement, transfer it, here you will get B1 dash and F1 dash. Take the measurement D to C, just like this you will get C1 dash and E1 dash. Okay, so this is the view. So make as a dark one. Make as a dark one. Dark one. After that, find the top view for this surface inclinations. So take the projector, vertical projectors from each points. It should be a very good vertical one, very good vertical line. And from the previous stage, take the horizontal projectors from each and every points. A and D will be a same line, and B and C will be a same projector line. As well, the F and E will be the same projector lines. So observe final construction lines of the projector will be like this. So when it is inclined, the object will be skewed, that we know. So here, take all the points by the help of mapping A projector and A projector, which is meeting at this point. So this is your A1. So here is the B projector and here is the B projector. So this is your B2. And here is the C projector and here is the C projector. Here C2. And here is the D projector, so D2. And here is the E projector and vertical meeting at this place, E2. Here is the F horizontal and F vertical, so this is your F2. Try to join all the edges so that you will get the hexagon just like a skewed one, just a skewed one, skewed size of hexagon will be formed, right? So this is the observation for the surface inclination in the top view. Next is a third stage. As far as this question is concerned, there is no edge inclination. I said the surface inclination, when you are keeping like a ladder, what happens? What happens now? The observation is done something like this, am I right? And now the opposite corner, that means now the D is resting on HP. The opposite corner in the sense it's A. When you are keeping on VP, what happens naturally, this inclination will be obtained. So what we have to do is we have to keep the A on VP. That is our task now. Inclination, it's not, doesn't matter. Okay, natural manner you will get it. So our task is we need to keep the A on VP. Okay, that's our task here in the third stage. So for that, see, this is the resting edge on HP. Now we are looking for the A, it should be on VP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to for that I can say this is a 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I have named the boundary. Here you can see the boundary for the polygon. Am I right? I have taken this boundary. So by picking it, I'm going to keep on the XY line. Just I'm going to pick it and keep it on the XY line, so that what happens, this A will lie on VP. Okay, so we are not considering the angle, but here our task is this A should opposite corner should rest on VP. So I'm going to pick it and going to keep on XY line. So for that, so we're going to take it like this manner. So I'm going to take this fourth point here. After completing it, you will get an idea how I have done it. So this is the fourth point, and afterwards take the measurement 4 to 1. What is the measurement? Try to convey it. So this will be your second one. That means first point, you will get it. We know all the adjacent sides of this rectangle will be 90 degree to each other. So take the 90 degree line like this. Now measure 1 to 2 and in the respective line convey it. So this becomes 2. Measure 4 to 3 in the respective line, convey it. So this becomes 3. Now take a line joining 1 and 2. You will get a boundary. See where it is, where the A is located between 1 and 4. So measure 1 to A the measurement, and in between 1 and 4 I am going to take a cut. I have read the measurement from 1 to A. So from 1 I am going to convey it. So this becomes A2. And then see where it is, B where it is located between 1 and 3. 1 and 2. This B is located between 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is here. Measure 1 to B the distance, convey it. So this becomes B2. So where is C? Between 1 and 2, right? So take the measurement 1 to C. From the 1, convey it. So this becomes your C2. Okay. So where is D? Between 2 and 3. So 2 and 3. Take the measurement from 2. Convey it. If you measure it from 2, you have to convey it from 2. If you are taking from the 3, you have to convey it from 3. So what is remaining? E and F, right? It is between 4 and 3. I am taking from 4 to F. What is the measurement? From the 4, convey it F2. Take the measurement from 3 to E. From the 3, convey it E2. If you connect all the points which you have picked on the boundary, you will get the image of the final top view. Okay, it is the same replica of the previous stage top view, but what we done is, since the question is the opposite corner is on VP, we have kept the opposite corner A on the HCL line, so that it will be looking like what? Resting on, when you are seeing from the top, it will be resting on VP. Okay, and then the next stage, take all the projectors. So this D and A will be a same projector, E and F will be a same projector. From the previous stage, horizontal projector, get it. So it will be tracing something like this. So D will be on the HY line. Try to map it. A horizontal, A vertical. So this would be your A2 dash. Here is B horizontal and here is a B vertical. So this would be B2 dash. Here is C horizontal and here is the C horizontal. So this would be your C2 dash. And here is D, here is D. So this is at this point D2 dash. E horizontal vertical is here. So meeting at this point E2 dash. F horizontal and F vertical, it is meeting here, so this will be F2 dash. Now connect all the points. So A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F and F to A. This is the final front view. See, initially when you are tilting the object inclined to HP, we rested the what D, am I right? D on HP. Then we kept in the third stage, we just kept the opposite corner of the resting point on HP on VP. That means this point towards VP. So when we are taking the observation from the top, we can see on the VP, on the VP, the point DA will be resting. So when you are taking the observation from the top, we can see the point A just on the HY line, something like this. And when you are looking the observation from the front view, at that time the D will be, this D will be just possess the side just resting on where HP. So here see in the front view, just it is on HY, right? The condition is satisfied as per the things. So this is the procedure to draw the profile, okay, and the dimensions and the note is very important work. So take the dimension. So here the side is given with the measurement 30 mm. So take the dimension lines like this with the filled arrows at the ends and right above 30, okay, 30. Inclination is shown 60 degree, okay, right, it will be natural, right, fine. So these are the things. Afterwards take the parallel lines in order to write the all dimensions are in mm. It should be maintained at 5 mm gap. Take all dimensions or in mm or in mm is a small letter, and as well you can write scale as 1:1. I hope you understood how to work with this such condition. Thank you so much.